The blossoming hope. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled among rolling hills and shimmering streams, there lived a woman named Elara Hart. Known for her gentle smile and nurturing spirit, Elara filled her days with tending to her vibrant garden, where flowers bloomed in a riot of colors, each a testament to her loving care. Her husband, Elias, was a kind-hearted carpenter, creating beautiful furniture that adorned the homes of their neighbors. Together, they dreamt of a family, yearning for the sweet laughter of children to fill their cottage. One fateful morning, as the sun stretched its golden arms across the sky, Elara discovered something extraordinary. She had been feeling a flutter deep within her, a sensation both unfamiliar and exhilarating. With a racing heart, she reached for the small wooden box that held their dreams. Inside lay a delicate blossom, a symbol of hope planted there during earlier heartfelt conversations. With trembling hands and a mix of excitement and uncertainty, Elara hurried to find Elias, who had just begun the morning's work in their modest workshop. The scent of freshly cut wood mingled with the crispness of the morning air as she stepped inside. "Elias," her voice rang clear, infused with a melody of joy. "I have news." Elias looked up from his task, his brow furrowing with curiosity. The expression softened into a warm smile when he saw the gleam in Elara's eyes. "What is it, my love?" I think I'm pregnant." Elara's words tumbled out like a songbird taking flight. Silence wrapped around them, only broken by the sharp sound of wood clattering to the ground. Elias blinked in surprise, shock giving way to laughter that danced like sunlight. "Is it true?" He sprang to his feet, crossing the room in 2 long strides. His arms enveloped Elara in a tight embrace, the warmth of his body merging with her radiant happiness. "This is wonderful news." "Are you sure?" "I felt the flutter, Elias. I believe it's true." She leaned back slightly to meet his gaze, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "We must tell everyone." It was as if the earth itself rejoiced in that moment. The two stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, feeling the wondrous possibility unfurl within them. They stepped into their garden, the blossoms nodding as if celebrating the birth of dreams. With every petal brightening the morning, Elara breathed in the fragrant air, envisioning what their future could hold, a small child with bright eyes and laughter that echoed in the corners of their cottage. As the days turned into weeks, Elara's belly began to swell, bringing forth changes in her life filled with enchantment and wonder. She embraced her growing form, each ripple a bond formed between her and the little life within. The village soon caught wind of their joyous news, sparking a mix of excitement and speculation among the townsfolk. Every market day, Elara felt the curious gazes of neighbors lingering just a moment longer upon her. Though she felt the nudge of doubt, a fear that she would somehow fail to meet their whims, Elias remained steadfast beside her, ever the pillar of strength. "Let them wonder, Elara. What matters is our love and what we build together." Elara also found strength in her garden, where life blossomed in perpetuity. Each morning, she wandered among her plants, listening to their whispers. The daisies and roses seemed to share their wisdom, urging her to trust in the process of growth, even when it unfolded uniquely. On one sun-kissed afternoon, Elara gathered her friends in the shaded nook of her garden. The air was jubilant with laughter as they played games and shared stories. But when the moment was right, she stood, her heart pounding with exhilaration as she announced her pregnancy to the crowd of eager ears. The responses were heartwarming. One friend shouted, "Let's celebrate this miracle." Another chimed in, "Gifts and blessings for the little one." Laughter erupted, weaving a tapestry of joyous voices that danced upon the breeze. Yet, as the weeks heralded the coming of each new moon, a soft concern nestled within Elara's heart. Why were the days stretching so long, and would her own body keep pace with the anticipation surrounding her? Whenever she shared her thoughts with Elias, he would hold her close and reassure her, "Every journey unfolds in its own time, my love." But the unfamiliar ticking of time began to steep in uncertainty. With each passing day, whispers rippled through the village like wind, threading intricate stories about Elara's pregnancy. Some believed she carried a blessing, a gift from the stars. Others viewed it as an enigma, an unseen force entwining their destinies. As a hopeful yet anxious wave embraced her, Elara came to accept this new life was not just about an awaiting arrival, it was also about the journey, a testament to the spirit of love that transcended worries and uncertainties. Wrapped in each day that passed, she learned to embrace the rhythm of nature, the enchanting sway of life continuing to unfold around her. With renewed determination, Elara found herself wandering deeper into her garden, letting the fragrant blossoms envelop her, solidifying her bond with the rhythms of life, the pulse of hope, the embrace of waiting. With each sunrise, hope blossomed anew, igniting the dreams of a future rich with laughter, love, and the promise of new beginnings. Whispers and wonders. The days rolled on in a gentle cadence, each one as radiant as the last. Elara found herself in a world transformed, where the ordinary glimmered with newfound wonder. As her belly rounded with life, she noticed how the garden responded, the flowers blooming brighter, as if speaking directly to her spirit. But with each ripple of joy flowed a current of unease, like a breeze that rustles the leaves without warning. With the news of her pregnancy weaving through the village like wildfire, it was easy for Elara to feel the weight of anticipation pressing on her shoulders. Every market day, she noticed the lingering gazes of neighbors, their whispers fluttering in the air around her. "Have you seen her?" one would say, so radiant yet mysterious. Cradling her hands upon her stomach, she often felt like a canvas upon which the village painted its myriad stories. Elias always held her hand during these market encounters, a calm anchor against the swirling tide of speculation. As they strolled beneath the vibrant stalls full of produce and woven garments, he would laugh heartily at the antics of the children darting around them. "You needn't worry about them, my love," he would say, brushing his knuckles against her cheek. "What matters is our little miracle inside." Despite his reassuring words, the whispers took root within her. Could something be wrong? Why was her pregnancy moving so slowly? Each day felt like an eternity, yet she felt nothing amiss with the child. It was a strange juxtaposition that made Elara yearn for the reassurance of time. One evening, as the sun began to dip below the horizon and paint the sky in hues of lavender and gold, Elara sat beneath the great oak tree in her garden. The branches swayed gently, and she closed her eyes, allowing the whispers of the wind to caress her thoughts. It was here she often found clarity, an inner peace to quell her spiraling worries. "Why is this taking so long?" she murmured to the evening sky, her voice almost drowned by the rustle of the leaves. "Why does everyone watch, hoping to witness a miracle?" There, beneath the boughs of the ancient oak, Elara surrendered her fears, letting them float away like dandelion seeds in the wind. But just as she began to find solace, her friend Mara arrived, bursting through the garden gate with an effervescent energy that was hard to resist. "Did you hear the latest, Elara?" Mara exclaimed, her eyes wide with mischief and delight. "They say you're having a mythical creature." Elara chuckled, though her smile faltered slightly. "A mythical creature, is it?" she replied, raising an eyebrow. "What sort?" "A fairy," Mara exclaimed, twirling around the patch of wildflowers. "They believe your baby is a blessing sent from the stars." "Oh, how sweet. Just think, a fairy child." Each word danced off Mara's lips like the sunlight filtering through the branches. As they settled on the plush grass, Elara felt the warmth of friendship wash over her, for Mara always had the gift of lifting her spirits. "Might I be a fairy too?" she asked playfully. "Just for fun." "Why not?" Mara giggled, lifting a flower crown she had lovingly woven from daisies and weaving it into Elara's hair. "You are the most enchanting of all." It was moments like these that made Elara forget her fears, if only for a heartbeat. But as evening deepened into night, and fireflies began their nightly dance, Elara found herself troubled once more by the whispers of the village, and by her own heart. Would the villagers eventually grow weary of the story? What if their hopes began to falter? The following days brought an insistent sense of anticipation. Every crisp morning, Elara would awaken, fingers anxiously brushing over her belly, feeling the movement of their child. It reassured her yet again that everything was unfolding as it should. Still, the outside world loomed like a shadow. One sunny afternoon, as Elara prepared a basket laden with fresh produce and flowers for the market, Elias entered their cottage, a tired smile on his face. "Another day brings another soft whisper of excitement," he grinned, ruffling his hair. "What should we tell them this time?" Elara's heart warmed but also ached. What if they tire of the wait, Elias? What if they lose interest in our little wonder? She confessed, her fingers trembling slightly as she arranged the sweet-smelling blossoms. His gaze softened, and he stepped closer, resting a reassuring hand on her shoulder. Love, the world waits for beauty to blossom. Our journey is not defined by what others think. It's shaped by the love we nurture together. Share that love, and they won't tire. Far from it. Elara nodded, seeking solace in his unwavering conviction. You're right, of course. Maybe if I embrace the stories wandering around us, we'll weave our own. Stories filled with love. As they made their way to the village square, the sun's warm rays kissed Elara's skin, illuminating their path. An array of colors greeted them, baskets teeming with fresh fruits, fabrics in vibrant hues, and local artisans showcasing their crafts as laughter floated like melody. In that moment, she felt a shift within her, a quiet resolve. The whispers of the villagers no longer felt like judgment. They became threads in a beautiful tapestry woven around her life, each story a small piece of the larger canvas waiting to unfold. With her heart anchored in love and resilience, Elara embraced the unfolding journey ahead, welcoming the wondrous anticipation and trusting in the rhythm of life that would lead her toward the future. The village didn't just watch. They participated in the hope that blossomed within her, a collective heartbeat echoing against the horizon of tomorrow. Seasons of embrace. The gentle rhythm of time unfolded, carrying Elara through one season into another. Days turned to weeks, weeks into months, each a unique brushstroke upon the canvas of her pregnancy. With the sun's warmth kissing the earth, Elara embraced the vibrant vitality of spring. It was a time of burgeoning life. Flowers bloomed, and the garden she nurtured flourished, mirroring the change within her. As her belly grew, so did her connection to the blossoming vegetation around her. She spent hours among the plants, kneeling amidst the rows of daisies and lavender, feeling the pulse of life in the soil beneath her fingertips. With every new growth, every fresh bud, Elara felt a kinship with the earth, the beauty of her pregnancy intertwined with the earth's own cycle of creation. Yet, hidden in the warmth of spring's embrace lingered shadows of doubt, whispering of the unusual length of her pregnancy. It was as if the world itself held its breath, anticipating something extraordinary. With each passing week, the village's curiosity deepened, morphing into a symphony of murmurs that fluttered from one ear to another. Friends offered encouragement while strangers shared tales of their own births, some rising to lofty heights of magic, while others fell with cautionary undertones. Elara often sought refuge in her cozy cottage, where the scents of her herbal remedies mingled with the aroma of baked bread from Elias's kitchen. One particularly balmy afternoon, she reclined on their porch, a patch of sunlight warming her legs while she leafed through a worn journal filled with sketches and musings. Each page told a story, capturing memories sewn into the very fabric of her heart. But beneath the surface of her enjoyment danced a nagging feeling, an unease that stemmed from the whispers she couldn't quite shake away. Elias, who noticed her pensive gazes drifting beyond the horizon, regularly sought to comfort her. "You keep worrying, love," he remarked, setting down the basket of fresh vegetables he had gathered from their garden. "What is it that troubles you?" "It's just," Elara hesitated, chewing her lower lip. "What if I fail to deliver on all this excitement? The village expects a miracle, yet it feels like we're caught in the waiting game. Am I letting them down?" Elias knelt beside her, taking one of her hands in his. "You're not a performer, nor is this a show. You are creating life. Remember, my love, what matters is the journey you're on, not the expectations of others." His deep brown eyes met hers, a shelter of warmth, urging her to see the truth. "Besides, whatever this little one turns out to be, it shall be extraordinary, simply because it is ours." His words wrapped around her like a warm embrace, soothing her racing heart. Sighing softly, Elara nodded, though the remnants of doubt lingered in the corners of her mind. Together, they decided to host an evening gathering of friends to celebrate the upcoming summer solstice, transforming their worries into revelry. The night of the gathering arrived, and the cottage radiated warmth. Elara adorned the tables with her freshly picked flowers, fragrant and beautiful, while the aroma of Elias's favorite vegetable stew wafted through the air, mingling with laughter that echoed from the gathering of their dearest friends. With each passing moment, joy replaced uncertainty, and Elara felt the warmth of companionship wrap around her. Friends surfaced from the corners of the evening, sharing stories and laughter, voices intertwining like roots beneath towering trees. Yet, in the midst of the merriment, she noticed Clara and Lila, two village girls, sneaking glances at her. Their eyes sparkled with curiosity, an innocent inquiry amidst their raucous play. "Is it true that Mrs. Hart is having a fairy?" Clara asked, her curiosity pure and unblemished. The room quieted momentarily, all eyes turning to Elara, expectations hanging in the air like captured fireflies. Elara chuckled softly, her heart racing at the weight of the attention. "It's true I'm having a little one, but I don't think it will be a fairy. Maybe a bright little girl who loves to dance." Laughter erupted in soft applause as the children giggled, satisfied by her response. The conversation continued to flow, a river of excitement that swept away Elara's lingering fears. Among the laughter and embraces, she let herself savor the weightlessness that came with connection. In that cocoon of friendship, doubts crystallized into the realization that they shared this journey too. They were participants in a greater tale. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the laughter dimmed but the warmth lingered. Elara found herself edging away from the crowd, wandering into her garden to breathe in the light of the stars above. The sky was a velvet blanket dusted with diamonds, and she wrapped her arms around herself, relishing the quiet. It was there, under the indigo sky, that Elara closed her eyes and connected with the little life within. She envisioned a world waiting to embrace them, a journey filled with love and discovery. It was in that ethereal moment, cradled in the silence, that she felt an unmistakable shift. The pulse of life quickened, a sweet reminder that everything was unfolding exactly as it should. Returning to the warmth of her home, she rejoined the festivities with renewed vigor in her heart. Elara smiled brightly, her laughter intertwining with those of her friends, each moment a reminder that love was the strongest anchor of all. Among the seasons of life, growth, waiting and embracing, the heart often found itself forging connections that would resonate for years to come. As the fire flickered and the stars twinkled brightly above, Elara knew that no matter how long her journey took, it would be drenched in love, an embrace that could weather any storm. The dance of twins. Golden rays filtered through the window, illuminating the peaceful cottage as dawn arrived, gentle yet eager. The room felt alive with expectation, a quiet vibrancy that hummed in the air, carrying the promise of an extraordinary day. Elara Hart had waited so long for this moment. As she shifted in bed, the familiar fluttering in her belly sent ripples of anticipation coursing through her. For weeks, she had envisioned this moment, a birth surrounded by magic and warmth. Elias lay beside her, a reassuring presence as the softness of early morning wrapped around them. "Elias," she whispered, her voice trembling with excitement, "today could be the day." With a sleepy smile, Elias turned to her, his dark curls tousled, eyes sparkling with love and anticipation. "I feel it too, my darling. I'll be ready whenever you are." His hand found hers, fingers intertwining as if to promise that they would face whatever lay ahead together. The hours inched forward, and the golden sun climbed higher, casting cheerful shadows in their cottage. Friends and neighbors had lent their hands to prepare, filling the vibrant space with soothing energy. The air was redolent with lavender and honey, gifts from the community meant to welcome their little one into the world with open arms. Elara felt a sudden, fierce pulse within her belly, something she had never felt before. With wide eyes, she shared it with Elias. There was a kick. "Did you feel that?" Elias's face brightened, and he pressed his palm against her stomach, waiting. The next kick came with a jubilant force, as if the baby was celebrating their arrival. "Amazing! Our little one is ready to join us," he exclaimed, joy bubbling in his voice. Soon after, the sensation intensified, a rhythm she could hardly comprehend. But Elara's heart soared, filling with joyous anticipation. "I think it's time," she gasped. Elias sprang into action, his demeanor shifting to one of calm determination. "Right. Let's prepare." Together, they readied their cottage, setting up soft pillows and lay out everything needed for the journey ahead. Smiles coupled with nervous energy filled the small space, and Elara felt tethered to a sense of purpose as they made preparations. As the sun began its descent, casting a warm amber glow, the first wave of labor took hold. Elara gripped the edge of the bed, breathlessly focused on each rise and fall of the contractions. Elias surprised her with his unwavering presence, offering words of encouragement that rang clear and steady. "You are strong, my love. You can do this. We are in this together." Hours passed, yet time became fluid as the pain infused with determination and love. Elara surrendered to the process, riding the waves as she felt closer to the little life waiting to emerge. Outside, the sounds of the village faded. Only the steady thud of her heartbeat echoed loudly, synchronizing with the rhythm of the world around her. As the sun set below the horizon, Elara found herself lost in the whirlpool of emotions, deepening the connection to the child growing within her. She recalled how the villagers spoke of miracles, of how each life brought forth light. "Will our child carry this light?" she wondered. Then, as if responding to her thoughts, a sharp contraction surged through her, and Elara realized this was it. "Elias," she cried, the urgency in her voice undeniable. "I can feel it, I'm ready." Time seemed to pause, the air thick with anticipation. The world outside faded away, as Elias gently guided Elara to position herself. "You can do this, Elara. Breathe with me." Together they synchronized their breaths like a delicate dance, easing her pain as Elara centered amidst the intensity. In the height of the moment, the horizon deepened to twilight, casting a serene glow within the room. With each push, with her body's rhythm guiding her, she felt the strength of generations reverberating through her. The journey was not hers alone, but a union of their stories, a convergence of hope and love. Then it happened. Elara gasped as she felt the incredible shift. With one more unyielding push, she heard the first cries of life, echoed by a joyful laugh from Elias. "It's a girl. Our daughter." His voice was breathtaking, resonating with love and wonder. He cradled their first child against his chest, wiping away the tears that streamed down both their faces. "Welcome to the world, little one." Elara's heart pounded as she gazed at her daughter for the first time. Clara's tiny features, her wide hazel eyes yet to fully comprehend the grand sincerity of life. In that moment, she felt a profound connection, a bond that transcended time and space. Clara was here, breathing in the magic of existence. Just as they marveled at this little miracle, another flurry of sensations surged through Elara's body. "Calm down, love," Elias soothed, his voice laced with wonder. "It seems we have more magic waiting." As if she had summoned the universe itself, she embraced the waves of this second birth with renewed energy. With every surge, Elara could feel the strength within her, as if Clara's arrival had unlocked new depths of power. The connection of sisterhood threaded through them, drawing their second child forward. With a final powerful push, exhilaration coursed through Elara. The cries of the second child filled the room, momentarily overshadowing the thunderous heartbeat of a new adventure. "Lila," Elias exclaimed, his voice filled with awe and reverence. "Our second daughter." Elara felt the warmth of her two daughters in her arms, the precious weight grounding her amidst the whirlwind of emotions. She held them close, cradled in love, each possessing qualities birthed from her and Elias. Clara, full of spirited light, and Lila, a quiet grace, waiting for the world to reveal itself. The dance of twins, just beginning, whispered of stories yet to unfold, a tapestry of love woven in laughter, both light and dark. Elara closed her eyes, feeling the rhythm of their breaths merge as one. No longer just a mother, but a guardian of dreams, she understood together, they would create a world brimming with love, wonder, and endless possibilities. Growing together. The golden rays of summer washed over the village of Eldergrove, igniting the landscape with vibrant hues of green and bursts of color. Elara Hart's cottage, once a haven of pregnant anticipation, now overflowed with the lively presence of twins, Clara and Lila. Each day endeavored to breathe new life into the humble abode, the echoes of giggles and playful cries filling every corner with warmth. Clara, the more outgoing of the two, had flourished with an unquenchable curiosity. At nearly 6 months old, she was already reaching for the world, her blue crescents of eyes wide with wonder. Lila, in contrast, viewed the world with a calm yet perceptive gaze. The quieter twin, she preferred contemplation over action, often watching her sister's antics with a knowing smile. Elara, now firmly rooted in her role as a mother, reveled in the joy and chaos the girls brought. Her days were spent nursing Clara, crafting floral crowns for Lila, and venturing to the village market, where the colorful stalls displayed the bounty of summer. Elias, his heart swelling with pride, interwove his carpentry with family life, ensuring their home brimmed with laughter and love. One afternoon, while the sun hung high in the sky, Elara tended to the garden with Clara propped against a soft blanket nearby. The air buzzed with honeybees, the flowers swaying gently to the rhythm of the wind. Elara worked systematically, pulling weeds and gently pruning the flowers, ensuring their garden remained a patch of beauty amidst the wild. Clara, already drawn to the vibrancy of the flowers, began to coo and reach for a bright daisy just within her grasp. Elara paused, watching in delight as Clara's tiny fingers struggled to clutch the vibrant petals. It was a beautiful ballet of discovery, a dance of innocence that tugged at Elara's heart. "Do you want to see it, little flower?" she teased, dropping down beside Clara, her laughter light and airy. Lila, observing the exchange from her designated corner of the blanket, turned her gaze towards her sister. Though quieter, she carried her curiosity within, content to wait while Clara tackled every mystery that the world had to offer. Elara noted the contrast in their personalities but cherished how their differences complemented one another. As the summer days melted into one another, Elara nurtured not only the garden but also the bond between her daughters. Story time became a cherished ritual. In the evenings, with the sun dipping beneath the horizon, she would gather Clara and Lila in her arms, weaving tales from her childhood that brought the characters to life. Once upon a time, there was a little dove who traveled to find her family. She began one night, the soft glow of lanterns surrounding them like stars. Clara's eyes widened in fascination while Lila watched intently, her expression serene as she absorbed the sounds. Through these stories, Elara shared wisdom she hoped would guide her daughters. Resilience, kindness, and the immeasurable value of family were woven into every tale, lessons that Clara and Lila would one day carry in their hearts. Changes fluttered through the air, and soon Clara took her first crawling steps, a vibrant and joyful movement that filled the home with celebration. She giggled with sheer delight, her determination enlivening the space. Elara's heart soared as she watched her eldest daughter discover newfound freedom, her tiny legs propelling her closer to a world brimming with wonder. However, Lila, ever the observer, showed no interest in rushing. While Clara scooted across the soft grass, Lila remained seated, immersed in her thoughts, content under the warm embrace of their mama's voice. It struck Elara how beautifully different they were, one eagerly racing to discover, while the other savored the moments around her. "Each has her path," Elara whispered to herself, a quiet understanding blossoming in her heart. A few days later, Lila surprised them all by miraculously rolling over for the first time, shifting her perspective on the world. "There you are," Elara exclaimed, delight lighting her features. Clara watched in amazement, eyes wide, as if Lila had accomplished a great feat in a story they were part of. As summer began to give way to autumn, Elara found herself deep in the enchanted cycle of motherhood. The challenges often felt daunting. Sleepless nights were woven with laughter, and tears were accompanied by infectious giggles. She reveled in the little things, the messy fingerprints on freshly painted tables, the scent of baby powder lingering like a sweet memory, and the sound of her children's laughter echoing through the air. One crisp morning, Elara decided it was time for a family adventure. Armed with a woven basket filled with freshly baked bread and sweet honey butter, they embarked on a picnic by the riverbank. Clara squealed with excitement, her curls bouncing as she bounced on Elias's hip, while Lila watched the water with profound concentration, as if she were deciphering the secrets it held. Settling on a soft blanket beneath a sprawling oak tree, Elara watched their daughters explore the world around them. Clara raced toward the edge of the water, laughter spilling from her mouth like gentle bubbles, while Lila hovered near, her fingers tracing patterns in the grass. It was a beautiful day, and for a moment, the worries of the world faded into the background. "Wait for me, Clara." Lila's voice was soft but filled with determination, mirroring the fierce love shared between them. In that instant, Elara realized that the sisters, in their distinct ways, were intertwined in a journey that would shape their lives. As the sun began to dip low in the sky, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Elara gazed at her two daughters. They were growing together, learning from one another, and embracing the differences that made each of them unique. Their laughter mingled like music, the sound flooding her heart with joy and gratitude for this precious time. In this ever-changing yet beautifully familiar dance of life, Elara recognized the truth of motherhood. It was both a struggle and a joy, a tender push and pull that wove a magnificent tapestry filled with love, laughter, and boundless possibility. Together, they would navigate the uncharted waters of life, and within the embrace of family, they would find their rhythm. A tapestry of love. As autumn descended upon Eldergrove, the air grew crisp, and the leaves transformed into fiery shades of orange and gold, creating a picturesque backdrop for Elara and her family. The harvest moon rose high and full, casting a warm silver glow across the landscape, a beacon signaling the changing season. Each night felt enchanted, wrapped in the promise of new adventures. The twins, now more than a year old, thrived in this vibrant world. Clara's spirited laughter rang out like a joyful melody, her energy boundless as she darted after the swirling leaves. Meanwhile, Lila had blossomed into a thoughtful, observant child, often pausing amidst the flurry of activity to take in the world around her. Elara watched as the two girls blossomed in their differing ways, their personalities weaving together like threads in a beautiful tapestry. This particular evening, Elara busied herself preparing for the harvest festival, a cherished tradition in the village that highlighted the abundance of the season. The air buzzed with excitement, as neighbors set up stalls showcasing everything from homemade pumpkin pies to hand-carved trinkets. The tantalizing aroma of spiced cider wafted through the air, mingling with sounds of laughter and cheerful banter. "Come along, my little daisies," Elara called to her daughters, gently urging them to gather their coats. She delighted in their matching outfits, a nod to their sisterhood, a playful reflection of the woven patterns that represented their lives. Clara clapped her hands, her bright blue eyes sparkling with anticipation, while Lila, with an air of quiet happiness, reached for her sister's hand. Elias had a talent for constructing delightful toys, and he'd crafted a few for the girls to enjoy during the festival. Colorful wooden blocks shaped like autumn leaves and animals. As they made their way to the village square, Clara bounced with excitement and curiosity, her imaginary worlds dancing in her mind. Lila followed closely, her hand gentle upon her sister's shoulder, providing a grounding touch. Upon arrival, they were met with a dazzling spectacle. Twinkling lanterns adorned the trees, casting a golden glow over the gathering. The village square buzzed with laughter and music. Children darting around the stalls, parents engaging in lively conversations, and elders reminiscing about festivals from years gone by. A grand bonfire crackled in the center, inviting smiles and storytelling alike. "Look, Mama, the fire," Clara squealed, pointing with joy. Elara chuckled and nodded, pulling Clara and Lila closer. "Yes, my love. It's where stories and warmth are shared." They wandered from stall to stall, the twins enchanted by the vibrant colors and delightful sounds surrounding them, the tapping of feet on the cobblestone, the ringing laughter that felt like home. Lila's gaze drifted toward a small stand filled with colorful woven bracelets, each unique and winking at her mischievously. "Can we get one?" Lila asked, her soft voice barely above a whisper. Elara knelt beside her daughter, tracing the delicate patterns of the bracelets. "Of course. Which one speaks to your heart?" Lila considered thoughtfully before she chose a bracelet with earthy greens and browns, a reflection of the nurturing earth. Clara, eager to take part, selected one adorned with fiery reds and yellows, resembling autumn leaves caught in a joyful dance. "Now you both have a piece of the festival to carry with you," Elara said, tying the bracelets around their small wrists. She felt a swell of affection watching her daughters compare their choices, Clara's exuberance bouncing off Lila's steady calm. As the evening unfolded, Elara's heart brimmed with joy, especially when they gathered around the bonfire. Villagers began sharing tales, stories about the harvest, about traditions that had shaped their lives. Elara listened intently, cherishing the connections woven within the words spoken. She then joined in, recounting her own pregnancy journey, how the villagers had rallied around her, eager and supportive, creating a bond that had carried her through uncertainty. "I learned the beauty of patience and love, and how this village is truly my family," Elara said, her voice warm and full of emotion. The crowd nodded, the fire's glow emphasizing their smiles and shared understanding. Clara and Lila, nestled against Elias, turned their attention to the sky as it transitioned from dusk to night, a velvet backdrop littered with shimmering stars. Clara pointed upward, letting out a contagious giggle. "Look, stars are like the twinkling lights of the bonfire." Lila, ever the thinker, paused to reflect. "And the bonfire is like the love of our family," she murmured, almost to herself. Elara's heart swelled with pride as she looked down at her daughters. Their innocent observations held wisdom far beyond their years, threading through their minds and hearts as effortlessly as the stories shared tonight. Each twinkling star became a symbol of the love that enveloped their family, a reminder of the resilience they had all shown amid the journey of life. The festival culminated with a grand finale of song and dance. Dancers weaved in and out of the light, swirling dresses and laughter, creating an enchanting atmosphere where joy radiated like warmth from the bonfire. Clara, ever the bold one, ran into the circle of revelers, her laughter rising above the music. Lila followed more tentatively, her presence reflective and peaceful as she observed the dance around her. Elara, fueled by the joy of the moment, joined her children, motioning for them to dance with her. Under the enchanting glow of the evening, they twirled, their laughter merging with the melody that pulled at their souls. In that circle of warmth and light, Elara found peace, enveloped in the threads of love that held their family together. As the night drew to a close, Elara looked at her family. Elias with that proud smile, Clara twirling wildly, and Lila standing strong, embracing the beauty of her gentle nature. "Together we are stronger," Elara thought, the tapestry of their lives weaving onward. Returning home hand in hand, their hearts still pulsating with the evening's magic, Elara knew each moment they shared was a stitch in their family's tapestry. A rich blend of laughter, resilience, and love that defined the essence of their shared journey. Through every season, they would continue to craft a vibrant story, forever intertwined in a world of beauty and hope. Did you enjoy this video? If so, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to join us for more amazing stories every day. Here at Daily Anything History, there's always something new to discover. See you in the next video.